So yeah, with today's episode, we've got all four injectors out. We're going to be not exactly taking them apart, but degunking and decarbonising them. If I use the right word, I'm not sure. But yeah, we'll be getting rid of the carbon and all that crud that sort of sits in there. And to be fair, this one seems relatively clean. So yeah, we'll just crack on and get all the gunk scraped out. Give it a good wash down with petrol and a brush. Try not to be too aggressive with it. And then put it all back together. So what I've done is I've given the injectors, I've pretty much picked away as much of the carbon deposits as I could. Give them a bit of a wash down with petrol, gave them a good brush, and I'm hoping that that's all good. So what we're going to do is we're going to move on now to the engine block itself and give all the ports a good clean down and try and get rid of some of the crud that's made its way up and around there. Okay, now we're on to the engine bay. I've cleaned all the injectors as best I can, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start my way from left to right, and obviously as you can see this is the way I've numbered them. Give it all a good clean out. I've bought new seals for it, so new copper seals and the replacement seals that go in the bit where my hand is. But yeah, gonna clean all the gunk off this, get them all polished up, and then we'll refit the injectors and hopefully it's all tickety-boo. So yeah, as you can also see, I'm also covering both the injector bolt hole and the injector holes themselves. Now, reason why I'm doing that is thanks to can't remember, it was another YouTuber that taught me that trick, but yeah, the amount of times I've got grot and whatnot in the threads and it's just sort of either snapped the bolt or ruined it, and on this particular job and part I don't really want to do that, so I'm going to heed the wise words of the lovely gentleman and yeah, plug the holes while I'm not working on them. As you can see, some of these injectors are not too bad, they're quite pleasant, not as much carbon build-up as you'd expect. Or, well, I mean, 145,000 miles, I'd expect a little bit, so I mean, this car hasn't exactly been treated the way a diesel should be properly treated, but then again, she's a good old horse. But yeah, what I would call injector number 4, which I think from what I'm reading is actually injector number 1. I'm not sure, maybe someone out there knows. But yeah, that one seems to be the worst hit one, and in my experience, injector number 1 always is, but in my case this is injector number 4, but hey. Actually, no. From my last experience, what I would call injector number 1 was still the issue, the far left one. I don't know, but yeah, we've got a fair amount of carbon build up, so we'll get that all cleaned up and get the surface nice and clean. Seem to have lost a recording of me testing this one, but I did put it all back together, go to start it, and still had exactly the same problem as I had before, so it didn't fix the issue. So what I have also ended up doing is getting some easy start and trying to start it that way. Now it did start on easy start, which is good because it means compression's good. However, it means, yeah, it died as soon as I let go of the easy start, so I mean that's fuel pump, high pressure fuel pump. What I'll do is I'll get one of those. I will test it and I will keep my fingers crossed that that solves the issue. I've got no error codes on Forescan for it, but then again, I mean, yeah, if it's faulty, I don't think it's going to show up anyway. You think it would, or you hope it would, but yeah, I don't think it is. But yeah, I shall investigate that and I will let you know, hopefully post it. But yeah, that's enough for today. Stay tuned for episode 4. And yeah, we'll see where we get. Hopefully we can get it started.